the same military or something. I don't know.
The same squad.
Is this actually lore accurate?
Yeah, it's lore. It's lore. Yeah, yeah. Rafaela, dude, hear the voice lines. You know when Urena says, "You see value in me." Rafaela?
That's not
No?
That's
not-
veteran.
Already? Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Shall we? Shall we Boostgate and Zeta ourselves up here for game number 1? Yuzong, Kalea, and Grok banned away. Coach Ola on Zeta Division has banned out Lancelot and the Sora, so at least they respected the Sora here. Not going to see it from Exy.
I like how Coach Tezet is banning away a lot of playmaking tools, because it does seem that when it comes down to it, as Boostgate gets the aggression going, if they have the first move, so to speak, they usually find more of an advantage, whereas for Zeta, they want to be aggressive, but when they don't have the tools to make that happen, usually they kind of slow down, especially in the mid-game. That should be something that Coach Ola needs to be aware about.
Usually in this kind of position, we see Jushin early pick. I wonder if they want to consider for something like a Yisun Shin as well, just to take it away. But I don't know. With the changes of Jushin, you think like not that great, but actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's surprisingly still doing really, really well. But usually when you do want to go for the Juicin first pick, you already ban out the Eve, you take away that counter pick.
Yeah.
Here, BGT haven't done it, so it's still up to our own assumptions here. But for me, Zeta Division, it just feels like sometimes they overthink their draft, you know? Like, especially on Dangerous Grass after they won game number 2 yesterday. They transition into Dangerous Grass again, but they just refuse to play the Hilda. So that's something that I hope doesn't happen here. I hope Zeta just sticks to their strengths and they don't overthink it.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing if Zeta will play a bit more for Katsu, because I feel like when Katsu gets a good aggressive hero, they're able to actually make some really good plays, but in the mid game, sometimes it seems like they're focusing on the side lanes a bit more. I feel like they could really use Katsu's hero a bit more reliably to actually start off a lot of these sequences.
I would say going for a side lane is going to be difficult going up against Boostgate, because RX doesn't matter what kind of hero that he uses, whether it's a fighter or a marksman, it's so hard to get this guy. And there you go, the Jushin as well as the Urena. So a guy with no friends, and then Jushin now deals more damage. I think this is a pretty okay opening, because it's not a complicated open to the draft.
I think, in a way, yes. It's definitely not complicated. It's just prio picks, but again, it is straying away from the strengths of Zeta, especially if this Uranus goes into the XP lane, which is... It looks like it's going to be the case. Fanny pick for 10. This is the first time that we get to see him on the Fanny in the wild card. He's been amazing on flashy picks, but for some reason in the wild card, again, could be the nerves that we've been talking about for the last 2 days. He's been weird. He dashes forward on the Yisun Shin, he dashes forward on the Hayabusa, and sometimes he just gets caught for no reason.
Seems like he's looking at different things that we see ourselves on the screen, and he seems to spy opportunities that he thinks might work out.
Yeah.
And on a Fanny, there's going to be more of those that he needs to be careful about. Looking at the side of Boostgate, though, there are targets available for the Fanny to make plays happen, but I don't know if he'll be able to actually find those moments, especially considering that Coach Tezet should be quite aware of the dangers of assassins against his lineup.
Now the thing is, for Zeta, their draft, I'm just worried that it will be all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys did say that they kind of overthinking. Having a Fanny, if at 5 to 7 minutes you're kind of not doing anything, you're kind of just going for those side lanes, right? So whatever your goat laner is going to be, which I'm assuming is going to be a marksman, maybe something like a Claude, has to be kind of self-sufficient, because your jungler isn't going to be there to carry. So I'm just hoping the other 2 picks balances out the draft a little bit, because if not, I will be having a headache, even if my brain can't feel pain.
Yeah, your skull will definitely feel the pain of this one if that's the case. Good bans, though, on the side of Zeta Division. They've really tried to get the Fanny into a comfortable spot. The Claw does get banned. I'm thinking now Harriet for Zeta. It works with the composition. Now you have another magic damage source into the late game. You don't need to rely on the Juicin on Sky Piercer. You can really just start to get the Fanny and the Harriet into a comfortable spot. But they don't go with the marksman, and this means range is a problem. Zeta Division don't have a lot of it. So even if they win on the neutral objectives and get a lead, sieging is quite bad.
I would say their win condition is very small, right? The window is very tight, because now you're having a CC. Having a 100% win rate is good on paper, but looking at a lineup, Uranus, the CC, the Fanny and all, kind of screams that we do want to fight. We're not going to be scaling all that well. So I just want to see, can they actually fight the aggression against Boostgate, because we did talk about it. The early game, they do like to fight quite a lot.
And you got to see for Zeta, they need to find something else to kind of start the fights with. Because right now, it's only the Lantern player, basically, for the team. And again, against Boostgate's lineup, with all this crowd control, the real manipulation, the dark waves as well, if they dive into this without anything else to kind of assist the beginning of the fight, it might be a bit difficult. They might get comboed.
What's going to be the roamer here?
Honestly, looking at this composition, it's tough to pick any roamer you're thinking about.
So it has to be a weird one, right? It might be something we haven't seen for a while.
The end of one thing.
What?
Is
Never
the
mind.
beginning of
Uranus
another.
roam? CC roam?
It looks like it's going to be Uranus Rome.
Oh.
Shout out to Rek, he's a pioneer in this part. He played this in early seasons with Revitalize. Everybody called him a mad lad. I called him a madman.
Maybe he's a visionary.
Maybe.
From the looks of it, Zeta's whole idea here is to be able to outmaneuver the whole lineup of Boostgate and just use movement speed, right? The Uranus, the Esmeralda, the Sushin, these are all very mobile heroes, but again, very weak on the crowd control side. So we'll see how this goes. It's mobility against crowd control, basically.
Or just say, screw the rules, I'm here to fight. I got a Uranus up front, and all of us is just going to charge from behind. I'm hoping to see an AOT skin here coming in from the Fanny, because this gives that kind of energy.
Tatakai.
My soldiers rage!
Shinzo Sasageo!
Erwin
5
Schmish.
seconds till the enemy
Dude, I love
reaches
Full
the
Metal
battlefield.
Alchemist.
Smash them.
I love it too.
All troops
But yeah, that triggers me a bit.
deployed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game
Welcome
1 here.
to
Zeta
Mobile
Division going up against
Legends.
Boostgate. And Zeta Division, they gotta win a 2-0 to go on to the next stage of the wildcards.
That's an anime plot, man. Seriously.
Quite literally, right? Being on the back foot, have one moment to really shine. Let's see how they perform here. Katsu already getting poked down. In the lane, usually this is going to be a bit difficult, but with a Uranus that can sustain all that damage, it kind of nullifies the Eve just a little bit. We'll have to see what they do. Can they rotate faster than Boostgate?
So it's an Impure Rage Fanny as well, yeah? Not the Lethal Ignition. I thought with a lot of the utility that they have, they would go for Lethal Ignition, additional burst, but it's just playing it for longer team fights, I'm guessing.
Yep. Looks like Walter will take a bit of damage, but funny thing is... Oh, hold on. Is this moving too forward?
Oh! Good cables, but it gets caught in the Dark Wave and the Flicker. Now, it's a lockdown over. Exi going to be caught, and look at the sustain coming in. Kani still alive through it all. Junichi has enough time to tear through Kazue now. As he gets up with the Traceless, Junichi with the Flicker in. An early lead for Zeta Division as they try to go for the dive on Identity. But it's just that.
What a turn of events here. Zeta Division using the early sustain to bully Boostgate, losing 10 in the beginning of the sequence, and somehow, some way, using the consistent damage coming in from the Uranus, the Esmeralda, and the Sushin. This seems to be the idea, right? They can out-sustain and outmaneuver Boostgate. So now it kind of puts Boostgate on the back foot. They can't really go for these fights without knowing that they can close it out definitely.
Again, this is a draft to say, screw the rules, man. I just want to fight, and that's where Zeta Division, they understood that there are risks. Someone will die, right? You kind of just have to not care about it and trust that your teammates can pick up the pace. Like, fine, we lost our jungler, but does that really matter? We're not going to be contesting Turtle anyways. We're just here for the kills.
That's true. But it is rather concerning here. Junichi going to be ganked to the bottom lane. Just as I was saying, no purple buff on Fanny. I think I would take purple buff on Fanny and 0 kills compared to no purple buff on Fanny and 3 kills start.
Well, right now they are starting to Turtle, and Zeta Division actually is hovering around the area, thinking that they might want to try to collapse, maybe hoping for a Boostgate to overextend and maybe get some kind of kill.
Yeah, June's going to be back as well. It is the Flying Cloud map, so they can get around the map really quick. Zeta have control. XC is going to be zoned away by Katsu now. As he puts the Lantern Flare on him. No retaliation on the Turtle. Creep take. Katsu going to be taken very low. Going to go for the Crimson Beacon, now locking them down. The Dark Wave over to Katsu. But he goes for it. No, he keeps on jumping in and it actually gets him out. Junichi with a double. Now it's Identity caught on the cables as Junichi gets a triple.
Man, they're just running over, diving the turret as well. RX can't do anything.
The traditional rules of MLBB do not apply to Zeta Division.
I kind of feel like for Boostgate, they're having different ideas here because we saw Kazooie. He understands that I'm not going to fight this. I don't care. I'm just going to farm up. I'm a Yusun Shin. If I get an item advantage, I'm going to win. But the rest of Boostgate is like, no, we can fight. What you talking about? It's just Zeta Division. And then they paid the price for that over-aggression.
Vector right now still trying to deny this orange take, but look at 10 zoning them away.
Oh, he's got to be careful though. Mountain Shocker is available. Kani is able to juke away from Mountain Shocker. Junichi's too darn tanky, and with this, you don't really want to be chasing the Esmeralda Uranus. They're buying so much time.
Yeah. Right now, looking at the movements here, Junichi though is staying for quite a while, using the flicker, trying to get away. AOG hits no one. It looks like Junichi is going to get out of there. Right now, Zeta Division is 1.6k ahead, but I feel like it's definitely not enough. For them to be comfortable, they need at least 3,000. At 3,000, you're kind of like have an item advantage, and at that point, then you can really start to push the aggression. But if only about 1,000, 2,000, Boostgate is honestly fine, especially because they have scaling.
They have scaling, but they have to be careful because their gold lane is a fighter technically at this point. So in the late game with enough items, the Esmeralda and the Uranus are going to be such big problems for them to deal with without consistent DPS. Zeta Division has had a lot of questions thrown at them about the neutral objective take. It seems like now they're saying, we don't want the 50-50. We want the brawls first, and then we can deal up with the neutral objectives later.
Yeah, looking at the movements here, Xe is having a hard time against Junichi. It looks like he's already prepping for it, building the War Axe first so that if there's an extended fight, he can survive.
The tempo they have is just so much more compared to Boostgate. Xe is getting bullied in the bottom lane. They have the rotation without any reaction from Boostgate. They go on Turtle, starting it off. Katsu trying to go for the zone. Counting now pops in Consecration as Junichi gets locked out of the taunt and the Mountain Shockers. The RWM comes down, but it's still Katsu with the back, doing so much with the help of 10, but he gets kicked, and now the AOG locks him down for Boostgate Esports to get 2 free kills. Katsu taunted, Xe with a double. Muy Minette still able to go with the yo-yos, hiding away. No real lockdown to take him out, but it is a win for Boostgate.
A great adjustment from Boostgate Esports here. In the previous fight, they kind of got forced to clump together, trying to avoid the pick-off potential, the shred from the CC and 10 on the Fanny. But because they do that, they take a lot of damage from Esmeralda and Uranus together. But now they're spacing out, and you can see that Zeta Division are lacking that damage.
And here's the thing, Zeta Division, they lack the damage because they made quite crucial mistakes, in my opinion, where number one, they're not targeting the same members. It's very spread out, trying to make it like a 1v1 everywhere. And even 10 made the mistake. Instead of ulting Identity, he actually ulted RX.
Seems to be looking for Identity, but again, RX comes in from the side and kind of took the aggro. Definitely needs to be a bit more careful as you take a look at the replay here by our official payment partner, Visa.
Oh, look at the movements here. Like, again, like everyone is spread out. You basically have 2 different team fights, and 10 using his ult onto RX. Tanky at this point, and the fight goes through.
Yeah, we miss out on quite a bit of action there. 10 still was able to get the purple, but it seems that when Kazooie with a jump in under turret, the taunt is perfect, and Kazooie gets a triple under the tier 1 in the mid lane.
Oh boy, Zeta Division falling behind right here. They wanted to use the sustain and the fighter advantage to get early game tempo, but now in the mid game, Boostgate are outdoing them.
Wait a second, Muy Minette already used the curtain call. This could be another dive under turret. Kani can rotate, but what is Uranus gonna do? Just stand there. Oh man, Wactor going in as well. He steals the kill. It's okay, kill secure.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is where we talk about the draft, man, because this is a draft that is very risky. Like, it may work every 1 in 20 times in rank, right? But here on the professional stage, where people know how to play around your win condition, which Zeta Division has like, I don't know, maybe one and a half.
Yeah, slim window.
It's hard to execute this kind of draft.
See Vactor here trying to find something. RX!
They go for the Red Dragon, able to lock him down, but it is Junichi who's very, very tanky. Falling Star Moon, almost an escape, and Kazooie gets the fadeaway kills. Katsu tries to stick away from the real world manipulation, gets out barely. Turtle, though, will be secured by Zeta Division. They've distracted Boostgate Esports.
An unorthodox approach here from Zeta Division. It seems like, for the most part, they're really trying to... They really need to just die with the backline before they do something. Xe trying to find something.
The taunt as well, the cables came through. Now he's going to go for the purple plums. The current call comes over. The plan seems to be kind of weird for them. AOG in the back, that's a Purify, but you cannot Purify Kazooie's damage. Running through them all. Another double for Kazooie, 7-1 and 6. Junichi's tanky, but against 3, it's going to be very hard to run.
At this point, even with the power of friendship, man, I don't see a way where Zeta Division can come back into this game. The only way that they can win if it's somehow Boostgate just tunnel vision
And throw.
and Zeta Division just be like, okay, we're just gonna 1v1 everywhere. 2 people in one lane, 2 people in the other lane, 1 person just try to stall them out. and then try to get as much turrets and then end the game. But I don't see that happening.
I mean, weird. That might be what they need to do, because right now they can't really win the 5v5 with the combos here from Boostgate. They just keep getting comboed because they're coming up together with the fighters.
Dude, XC can actually take this 2v1. Crimson Beacon.
Oh!
In the pursuit, one last one on Katsu. 1v3, and he likes those odds. XC with a win.
Oh boy, despite the great start from Zeta Division, 5 kills on Junichi, there's still nothing they can do right now. They're tanky, but there's just so much damage available from Boostgate Esports. And the fact that Kazue is playing so well, technically with the distance management, he's just outputting damage, and Zeta Division seem to be looking for him, but they can't find him.
Oh, 10. Not a lot of energy. Quite a lot of people.
Whoa! Okay, he can follow through, but there's no way you have enough damage to take him down.
But you know he was thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, even if I die, it will look cool.
It would look cool.
And the rule of cool. Oh, hold on. AOG.
Straight into the purple buff, and they actually steal it away. Kazue got the retry on it, so this is a no purple buff Fanny once again. If Sarma will be... Oh, Identity flickers onto the wall. The real world manipulation's right there now as XC tears through them again. Kazue got through Kani. Muimanesh is barely surviving here, and Zeta Division only have Junichi. Was able to get the shutdown, but it's only on to Actor. So I think for Boostgate, they're fine. XC still jumping around now onto Muimane. He goes in for Pursuit. Ready? He goes in one more time! Infernal Pursuit! It's called Eternal Pursuit in the hands of XC because he just can't stop jumping.
It seems like a good opportunity for Zeta to turn that around once Boostgate will kind of spread apart from the chaotic fight. But unfortunately, 10 didn't really get the right combo there to try and secure XC.
You know how I always create these impossible scenarios, like 5-man Final Slash, 5-man Furious Dive. I can't even make one for this.
There's a 5-man Lantern Flare knockup into a 2-man Curtain Call.
And everyone just deals damage one at a time.
5-man Falling Sarmon.
Into the shred coming in from 10, maybe.
I don't see 3 Holy Crystals on Junichi, so I don't know about that.
Not a single one, actually.
Not a single one. So, reserve your expectations.
They actually went with the Oracle here for the extra shielding, even though technically, if you look at the roster of Boostgate, a lot of the damage is physical. You know, they're going to be forced to commit again due to Vector just flanking, perhaps with the AOG. Here's the Lord push, though, into the base.
Yeah, the clear is abysmal for Zeta Division. The Juicins, I guess, just going to shine light on the Lord. And that's it, right? They really can't clear. Double taunt coming down. Dark Wave landing on 2 buttons. Shock in a combo! Bursting through both Kani and Junichi. They're still able to get out, but they've used so many resources. Flicker, Retry, Revitalize, and the Consecration.
Well, now with the Blade of Heptases, I don't even think you can one-shot Kazooie, because maybe that's... Nah, I think even if you do that, it's way too difficult.
Yeah.
So you guys know, like us casters, for us to prepare for a tournament, you know, we play in ranked games, test out the new heroes after the patch and everything, and sometimes we test out a draft. I don't know if I want to test out the draft with Zeta Division again.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it to Zeta Division for this one, right?
Yeah.
They do have a chastised Pauldron though, so that's gonna slow down Yisun Shin's attack speed a bit.
Yes, and you know what they say, a bit is less than a lot, but it's more than nothing.
That is true, man. And maybe that extra healing, the 20% max HP healing when you're low, will help Kani bait out some of these situations. But so far, 8K, almost 9K gold lead for Boostgate. The win condition for Zeta is definitely out of their hands at this point. The ball is in Boostgate's court, and so far they've been playing it pretty well. No real big throws, big mistakes to be seen so far.
As of right now, the entire Land of Dawn is Boostgate's court.
Yeah, it's purple. They have Yves and
purple?
Phobius and Boostgate. Oh, yeah. Boostgate's logo is purple, Lafel.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
What about Zeta Division? You know, black. It's white. Close enough. Close enough. XC just really likes going in against 4 members, and he's actually enjoying it a lot as the AOG comes through to zone them in the back. XC again baiting them all out of the base where they should be more comfortable. RWM over to Kani. He should still be able to get out. Pops in a Revitalize. And that's it, you know, just a little bit of these 2 teams having fun.
We're seeing a little bit of potential here from Zeta Division in the sense that if they can't really get boxed in by an AOG or a big crowd control catch, they can actually kite back away from the damage quite reliably. But again, Boostgate, all they need to do is set up 1 or 2 spells to make sure that doesn't happen, and they can get a pretty decisive fight.
Dude, Exy just likes this. Dark Wave again on green for the pursuit, constantly into the back. Now goes in again, has it, brings out the Purified Katsu, has to walk away, Exy! On a monster kill, the Mama Shark was able to lock Junichi down, but Exy again is just gonna tear through them. Now it's Jude, and a great kick from RX to put the nail in the coffin. Zeta Division. 1 game loss will send them back home, and it seems like Boostgate will not give them any chances.
Dude, at this point, it's not Phobius, it's for Obvious. Get it? Obvious. Anyways, looks like they're gonna end the game here. Boostgate is their 10,000 goal lead, 14 minutes into the game. And congratulations to Boostgate, because at this point, they're secure going to the next stage.
Yeah, folks, if you guys did not catch the pre-game, Boostgate just needed 1 game, 1 point, and they are through to the next stage of Wildcard. Zeta Division now have officially been eliminated from the group stage of the M7 Wildcard.
And they took that slot immediately in devastating fashion, man. It seemed like initially, with all the kills coming to Junichi, there was a chance, right? But that mid-game, you can see the aggression coming in from Boostgate. And again, crowd control dictates so many things. Where you fight, when you fight, and Boostgate definitely did not allow Zeta any opportunities, especially when they have a say in the matter.
You can see XC plotting his revenge the entire game. In the early stages of the game, they just keep ganking him nonstop, and he's just like, Kotubukao. Right? you just wait, man.
Just you
wait. When I saw that War Axe, I'm like, okay, this guy might be popping off, because you can see even Mercury, like, that is probably unnecessary, but at the same time, for him, it's super necessary.
It's super necessary indeed. Those last few hits after you knock an opponent down, those are the beautiful shots.
Yeah, and if the ref is concerned about it, you gotta stop the situation. And right here, there's no ref in the land of Dawn, so Boostgate just kept going.
Well, I'm pretty sure the marshal's like, should we pause? should we ask him to calm down?
Should Ola throw the towel in?
Yeah.
What's gonna go on here? But yeah, that's it, man. Especially after the Queen Swings, LaFell.
Yeah.
He was just, all right, I can take you guys on.
Dude, having that War Axe, again, like, the spell then got nerfed, sure, but that's one of those items that it gets better as the longer the fight goes. I'm pretty sure he got max stacks in, like, what, in 3 seconds? And he just keeps on jumping, and it's like, what you gonna do about it? You have no shred. Like, you got a CEC, but big whoop, you got yo-yos. I eat yo-yos for brunch.
Is that how this?
Breakfast is more of a roti canai thing, but brunch, yo-yos.
I mean, the fact that Zeta Division were looking for those fights in the jungle, in the narrow corridors, it did not do them any favors, dude. That every time a dark wave comes up, you're like, ooh, oh no. And you just see everyone knocked up.
They were
It's like a
excited.
concert.
Yeah, they all jumped for it.
Woo!
You want to do a dark wave?
Like, this way?
Yeah.
Oh, is it because I'm
This way or
dark?
this?
I understand you guys are fair, but why am I the dark?
How do you know you're dark if you're colorblind?
I believe. Plus, Eterna keeps reminding me.
She is.
Do you know
Yeah.
that your skin tone is not like Merkel? I'm like, oh, what?
She said
fair.
that. She said that.
Dude, Eterna said so many things to me. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Okay, like, you know, there's this one time. And let's look at the items, right? I don't know if she's still here or not. If she's home, then we can talk all we want. Yeah, either ways, this is the MVP by Real Me. And again, plotting his revenge, man. Axie 8, 2, and 10, 100.
Yeah.
111,000 total damage on the Phobius.
That's a lot of damage. And I was honestly about to report him after the game because like he was flying too much. Turns out they were drinking Red Bull behind the stage, and also it makes sense. They get wings on top of the Queen's wings. That's double wings, bro.
He was blind.
He was flying,
I
yo.
was flying more than 10.
That's true.
Yeah,
No,
wait.
10 didn't use the Mikasa skin.
Yeah, see,
That's why.
That's why.
LaFell called it.
Bro.
The power of anime is critical here, and unfortunately, it wasn't available. Look at these early fights here, the highlights from earlier. You saw that Junichi, again, all this AoE damage allowed him to get so much value, but I feel like right here, again, in the neutral objectives, in some of these skirmishes, it just didn't go their way. They didn't use the fighters to dive towards the damage dealers, and unfortunately, once Kazue and Identity got some items, it just went south for Zeta Division.
The thing about the draft here coming in from Zeta Division, kind of like our payment partner, it's all about those details, right? You want to make sure that every little thing does well, but just messing up one team fight, honestly. Mess up one team fight, and then that's it. You're done. The marshals are already waiting for your signature, right? So, yeah, this is not the kind of draft that you really want to use in a game that you could potentially like move up from your groups, right? I understand cheese sometimes can do well, but what kind of cheese is this? Is it Gouda? Because it wasn't Gouda enough.
No, it was definitely not Gouda. It's kind of like the cheap cheese you get that molds and you don't put it in the fridge right after you
Green
go
cheese?
back. Green cheese?
Blue cheese, was it?
Oh, there's blue cheese?
Yeah.
Wait, which cheese am I looking at?
Right now?
Yeah, because, yeah. And I was doing the plan because it's not Gouda.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we noticed.
We caught on. It's just
Oh,
that's
that was
why
good. That was good.
yeah. That was a 10 out of 10.
Oof.
Because Zeta have 10.
Yeah.
And they were the ones attempting the cheese.
Yeah.
Even though they had Katsu and Kani, they decided they want dairy.
They needed a bit more cheese to go with their meal right now. Katsukani, is it a bit bland?
I think they loaded up in too much protein. There's no balance, you know. You got your calcium, you got your protein, not enough carbohydrates,
I see.
right?
So you need like a guy called Gohan. That means rice.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
So if they had a player called Gohan, you know.
Well, we can consult them after this, but we got to look at the items here, especially for Xe, because the way that he itemized this kind of shows the strength of a Phobius when you're not facing like say a Lunox, a carrier, or anything that can really shred you out.
Yes.
With a War Axe, you don't always see War Axe on a Phobius, but if you're pretty sure no one can burst you out, it's an amazing game for a Phobius.
He was beating Zeta Division at their own game, right? They wanted to try and use these fighters and just out-sustain you, but he just went with the more aggressive route of having sustain through damage, right? And just like that, when they were trying to, brute force their way through him, he just started decimating everyone, 1v3, 1v4, and because of that, Zeta were just focused on him the whole time, and they still could not take him out.
It's just the coach saying like they punch you just punch harder.
Yeah, for sure. And for Zeta, it's just like also, on top of the fact that they were lacking damage, Fred, against the Phobius, they were lacking CC, right?
Oh,
They were
yeah.
kind of an all-in composition, and against a Phobius, if you have no CC, yeah, you definitely saw what happened there. He kept on jumping. There was no... nice. We got 6-9 and 6-7 here.
Nice. I would say a roamer that I was thinking about, but I didn't have time to say because they did pick it up fast.
Tiger?
I was thinking of Minotaur.
Ooh.
Minotaur might have been able to work.
Against his dive, it makes sense. Like, the only guy you wouldn't be able to fully catch would be the Eve.
Yeah.
And then
But-
reduction.
But meaning to say, like,
The healing.
I honestly don't mind, right? Tigreal, Akai, Atlas, Minotaur, anything. Just maybe not Uranus.
Yeah.
Because we already talked about it in the pre-show. Because I live in tomorrow. I know what's going to happen. That's why I already said I didn't like it.